Now, what do we have in front of me? Well, I guess allow me to explain. As you see, we have a whole bunch of hats that I just got done trading for on, well, scrap.tf, except for, well, this one right here. And, of course, these three. Now, what do we got for you today? Well, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, in my trade vid and a couple of my TF2 vids, people want salt. They want to see me get salty, and they want to get salty too. So, first off, my name is Witchdoc. I also go by JD, etc., because JD's my real name. But basically, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe. You might find this video interesting. Maybe you'll find a couple of these stereotypes along. But let's get on to the start of an 11 video series. That is, the hat stereotypes. I'm talking everything from all class down to honorable mentions. Going from scout to spy. You get the idea. Oh, and this is Team Fortress related. So we're going to start off with all class. Okay, but I should probably do something like this first. First off, a stereotype is what everyone knows about a certain hat or a certain weapon. So, you know, it's what people think on you, and also this is a giant series about satire. So a disclaimer, as I said, this is a stereotype, does not matter to everyone. It does not count to everyone. This is just a series where people can get salty and talk about it. So if you're that one anger-wearing sniper who swears he's not a 9-year-old edgelord, well then, congratulations, you're not a 9-year-old edgelord. But that don't mean people aren't going to think you are. Now, I would, I would edit these and do something funny, but I'm not gonna. That's the thing about my channel. I hardly touch on the editing software, except to add in my intro. But let's get to this. Let's get to this. As I said, we're starting off with all class. So we're going to start, well, as I get things sorted around, and we're going to go over the stereotypes over these 5, 10, 13 hats if I'm wrong. So we'll start with number 1. Now I know I'm going short here compared to our good friends right here, but allow me to get into it. The party hat, aka this hat right here. Number uno, the party hat. Besides being an interesting hat, I can understand why people hate it. It's one of the free hats you can get for being around during TF2's birthday. That or Maniversary, I believe it's called. So, it's a free hat, and the stereotype behind it is A, you're trying to stay free to play, or B, this is the more funny one, you like teabagging. Quite literally, you like teabagging and being funny. Depending on the class, it could be interesting. If it's on a medic and they're not wearing pyrovision, well, they're okay with the crossbow. They're not the best, but they're okay. Not to mention, but the party hats are often okay players. They're also not as oblivious as our next two. The gibbous. What do I say about it? There's 2 stereotypes that go for it. There is the Pablo Gonzalez 2002, or the complete oblivious noob / sniper main. That's a spy / sniper main. And then there's the God Givers. You know the one. The one that, if they go spy, you're always going to get Matador stabbed no matter what, and you don't expect it. You know, the Givers that you've got to be afraid of. There's that, and then there's the new Givers. Now, what's the difference between them? Well, it's on what their color of the hat. If it's a cream color, like say the cream spirit paint, if it's painted cream spirit or a tan, you might want to keep an eye on them. You know, drab colors / not that flashy. If it's lime, they're a war pig, but we'll get onto another hat that has that stereotype. But let's get onto this one, the Manco cap. Again, all three of these are pretty much replay, along with our fourth companion here. Manco cap, you purchase something in the Manco store, you get the hat. You know, it's pretty simple. People say that this hat is also pretty much oblivious, makes oblivious ones, but I've wired it, and I've found a few other stereotypes. First off, these are the okay guys. You know, they've been around to know what the game looks like, but you know, they're trying to not break the bank. In a game like TF2, that can happen often. So yeah, not to mention, but they'll just shut up and play the game. So yeah, sorry, my phone went off. So there's that. The Monstrous Memento. This came out as of the Pyro update, which is when this will be based off of. Is the Jungle Inferno or Pyro 2.0 update. So you get that idea. Now this hat, it's an interesting little ball cap. I do like it. And I do like it. It's just one little thing, and that is, it's locked behind a mother chucking, it's locked behind a mother chucking, oh, what was it? Oh, right, you have to pay to get this hat. Quite literally, the only other way to get this hat besides trading on scrap.tf is going to do the old contract system for Yeti Park, which is, I think, like $7. I ain't paying $7 in game for a freaking hat like this. Yeah. No. So let's go on to our next one. Otherwise, they're pretty good, but they're also pay to play. Now, the Cotton Head. This hat, I believe, was originally for Spy, but it's a good hat. I like the look, and it's usually decent. The whole stereotype about it is, well, it depends on each class, so, you know, we'll talk about it on each class, but the whole generalized stereotype is, they're trying to seem kind of cool, you know. They're also okay at trading. Now these hats here, they're the robot versions, and so let's get on to it. The Modest Pile of Scrap is based off the Modest Pile of Hat. The idea behind this hat is, well, pretty simple. It's a basic hat that can look quite nice. Now, I personally like the robot version, hence what we have here. And yeah. So let's go into this one. My lord. First off, this hat was originally for Scout. Now it's gone all class. I don't even know why, I just know it has. And oh my god, is it nice. It's an okay hat, but I still say it's better on Scout. I mean, maybe if you put it on Medic you could, but you know, this is the meme lord hat for people, for all class. So if you want a meme, you equip the hot dogger, or in my case, the bot dogger, and you go have fun. The Sexton. Well, first off, you're a big man, and you hope that Sexton Hale becomes the 10th class. Which, if they did that, it'd be 12. They would go in 10, 11, 12. Secondly, and this goes for me, you're trying to have a frickin' all-class Crocodile Dundee loadout. I, in particularly, got this hat for Sniper. But, oh well. Dr. Dabber's Topper. Besides being one of my more favorite hats, because as I mentioned in my trade vid, I'm a big nut for Dr. Seuss. And, you know, Cat in the Hat. You also know who Soundsmith is, because this is his particularly loved hat. There's not much to say on it. The salty dog. First off, you know who Clockwork Smurf is. This is his go-to hat for spy. So, yeah. I kind of like it because, you know, it looks pretty good on all classes, but there's hardly much of a stereotype here besides the fact that if it's on a spy, excuse me, from Gesundheit allergies, you know, pollen-wise, but besides, you know, it being on certain classes, but spies will generally try the trick stab with this guy. And they think they can do real good with it. My butt. I'll matador you any day, and that's without even being a spy. Now, let's go to the old tough stuff. Now, last I checked, this was originally for a good... Now, last I checked, I think this was originally either for Scout or for Hoovy. Now, the whole idea is if it's on a Hoovy, they're trying to be friendly, you know. So, double crouch, so give them a crouch, say thank you, instant food item. If it's on a Scout, well, good luck because you're going to get mollywopped by the candy cane. So, yeah. On to this booger. First off, this is a nice hat, but it's a war pig. Now, what is a war pig, as according to Soundsmith? Well, these people are over cocky. They overrate their skill and they think, you know, oh, I'm so good, I don't need this. So they run head first in their team and die, and then they blame the team on it for not backing them up. Well, it's not my fault that you went all the way into two heavies, well, my bad, Hoovies, and a Scout using the force of nature, only to became a bullet sponge. Not my fault. That and or you're a Muzok fanboy. Like I says, I don't edit these, so yeah. Now our last hat you get out of the rainy day collection. And it's a nice hat. I would have preferred the plumber's cap, but I'll take it. Now, what is the legendary lid? Well, first off, anime jokes, insert here, / comment. B, it's a Jingasa hat, which is a really cool hat when you come in from Japanese history-wise. But like I said, the biggest thing is weeaboo and otaku anime jokes here. So, yeah. Like I says, I'm not doing anything crazy for these. But, you know, come up next is Scout. So, yeah. Put your comments down below for your Scout hats. Try to keep it under 5 refined. please. I don't got that much money on me, so see ya. Have a good one.